So if you don't have a support from your basics, then you will find yourself, living in the street or robbing people and killing people. That's what is happening right now in the township. You will find that there's a lot of people who have talent, a lot of talent, and I've met those people before.
So we have our camera set up here and we have our guest. Siyabonga budom, siyabulela bawuthi ibizo lakho ube lapha. I'm sure yini izinto unoyenza ixesha lakho but ukhethe uba nathi. So siyabulela kakhulu. The host of course. So we have everything set up. So this is our place. So recorder kuyo.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Get started.
Okay. So let me just say, I have a confession to make to you. So maybe two. So one is you inspired me to keep painting. Number one. I remember the last time we met, you said you don't understand why I'm not doing art, whereas I'm this good. That stuck with me. I was like, hey, I'm really sleeping on my talent. So I got motivated after you said those words when we met at Woodstock, right? So I'm so glad that you said those words. Number two, there's someone I've showed the video of the what do you call it, the exhibition, like the one that I uploaded on YouTube.
Okay.
So this person was like, yo, I suka nina, ngiyathanda unquma man. Guess who she was singing? She was singing you. And then she thought it was me because in that picture I'm also smiling. So I'm like, okay, maybe we have some resemblance here and then maybe we do kind of look alike, I understand. So are we related of some sort? Oh, you don't know now. Like siyazalana so itu why kuzothiwa siyafana? Why do you think that when you smile I look like you, or when you smile you look like me on the picture? Why do you think that is? Like,
it goes a long way, maybe. I don't know. It's like, as black people, we look alike.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say for now. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to dwell deep. Okay, so I've been asking myself, man, like how are you living at this moment, like in terms of this election? So we just voted yesterday, like on Wednesday. So how is the local party benefiting your career at the moment? Like, do you feel like Western Cape is in good hands with EDA, or do you feel like, it's 50-50, you can't be sure because of, I've heard certain people saying, there will be a collusion, and ANC won't win, but it seems like it is kind of winning at the moment. And one said, okay, DA, it's kind of racist because in Cape Town we have the gangs, there's extortion, and Inyanga on its own, it's one of the capitals, but it's ruled by DA. So you being in Cape Town, like, are you free to do whatever you want? Do you feel like you can succeed in your career or maybe in your talent to be whatever based on the current political party holding reins here in Cape Town?
What I can say, first of all, I don't vote. I didn't go to the station where the people they vote, and I don't feel safe at the same time because the crime is up high. When it comes to moving around places. So for me, being an artist, you view the world in a different way. And like, let me talk about Cape Town. Cape Town is like, there's too much crime here. and I don't know what is happening behind the political structures and everything, or is it intentionally that black people must kill one another? You know, you don't know your brother when you meet one, and you think that you can operate or be more than, I don't know what to say, you know. When it comes to that, I don't know, like, how can I explain this? But it's very deep. I'm good at, you know, at explaining when it comes to art. I'm very good to that, and I can tell different stories, you know, and you need to be observant when it comes to that.
I wanted us to go there actually, but let me just start by saying sanibonani Dumelang Absheni, hello, send him ngoku umfana wakasiyabulela lengisi lo kwathiwa xa ngaba akasemhle mnana siyabulela ngaye, understand. So today I'm here asking this gentleman questions about how it feels to be an artist, how it feels to be seen as an artist in prominent spaces. As you know, I still can represent the brand Mr. Lofty Entertainment, and this is Underdogs Glorified. Today, I won't even introduce this guy by his name, but I'm gonna say he's my brother, we look alike, and I'm gonna give him the space to share his moments of his true life when it comes to art. You know what? I've been saying a lot for now. Putwa, we welcome you on our show. You are truly an underdog, and then we are here to glorify you, right? So I would love for you to just share information with those people that are watching at home. As to ungubani, uhlala papa Cape Town, what's up with you? Why did you choose art? Who's a zombie career that were there for you? You could have been a pilot, a policeman, a doctor, or anything, but you said you are good at storytelling. So I would love for you to tell us a story about your art and your journey in art. So this is you giving us your story.
Okay, thank you so much for the introduction. My name is Zolani, aka 736. I'm an artist from Langa currently. But I come from Eastern Cape, Queenstown. Yeah, that's where I'm from. And then art, it's been haunting me since I was young. So I came back to art because I was doing graphic design in CPUT, and I dropped out because of the education system. I was not happy about that, because here in Cape Town or in South Africa in general, we focus too much on the theory rather than practicals. That is why we don't have the skills to uplift ourselves, you know, to a good direction or to a positive direction. That is why we have crimes, we have prostitution, we have slave queens now, and we have what do you call? I can
name a few things that are negative about today's society.
Yeah, it's because our people, like my people, are very angry at the same time, and they are showing the angriness in a different way. They are expressing themselves in a different way, and
that is not good, no?
That is not good, yeah. And we need a platform as people to showcase ourselves out there in the world, and I feel like we don't have that platform yet, because once we go there and trying to make something out of what we have, we don't have people who can approach us and say, I have this platform, and I feel like you can fit very well there. Yeah, I'm also a photographer. I'm a videographer. Currently, I'm working at Iziko Museum. I'm doing photography there. I'm taking pictures of the artifacts, artworks, paintings. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a good direction in a way. But in terms of the politics, I have a lot of things to say when it comes to that, because I don't view the politics in a way that people who are in politics, they view the politics the way they view it. You know?
Yeah.
So, like in general, I'm not happy about that. Yeah. And also, I got a chance to be a VFX artist in film, and I was lucky to work for international films like Sony and the Colombian Picture. So I was very happy about that. I produced films like Escape Room, Sony, and then The Last Crime of American Gangster.
Sure.
So when it comes to that, I learn a lot of things when it comes to art. I learned that art, it can come in different forms. In different forms, in a different way. So when it comes to VFX, you learn a lot of things in details. So I was happy that I got that opportunity from Jeremy VFX Files. I was really happy about that, because I learned a lot of things, and I had a good boss.
You had achieved all of these things, and I'm so glad that I said you should tell us your story, like in terms of how art shaped you and why you are still in the same career. Because now I'm asking myself, now that you had worked on international movies, where are the dollars? Yeah? When are we seeing the dollars? So when you got your first check, what did you spend it on as an artist, or what should an artist spend their money on in case when you made an error, let's say you took that money and you blew it? So what do you advise artists when they get their first paycheck, they should go into?
Honestly, when it comes to that, I didn't blow my money. I was very conscious when it comes to that, because I used to, okay, I don't know if I can tell this one, but okay. Yeah, when it comes to that, I saved a lot of money, but I was scammed, honestly. And I lost my money that way, but I did manage to buy material for artworks. That is why I'm still producing even right now. So
what year was this?
it was 2019.
2019?
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, it's been around.
It was 2019.
Okay.
And yeah, for young people out there, what I can advise when it comes to that is that you need to believe in yourself, and when you are doing art is like it's very unique. It's a creative of the universe. You know, I don't want to talk too I don't want to talk about God and all of that. Like, I do believe in God, but in a different way. Like the people who believe, like who goes to church every Sunday. But for me, it's very different. It's very different because I'm a creative guy, and I think people, they might think that I'm crazy in a way. Like I experienced that because I see things differently when it comes to art, and I observe small details when it comes to art. So
I know that feeling.
It's a very creative environment, and I'm very happy that I have that talent, and God gave me that talent, and my mother supported me all the way. Since I was young, I could not understand why she supported me that way. She used to give me a separate room, and she would say to my friends, he's not here, he's not around, and I would hear that while I'm inside the room. And I was desperate at the time to go and play, and I was very creative. I told you guys at the Emerging Artist program that I used to write, I used to produce and sing, a choir master.
You have a lot of talent, yeah?
They don't believe that. I used to write and create, and while I was drawing, these characters, I was speaking sense to other people. So people used to come around me and listen to me as I was telling the story, and also at the same time I was drawing at the same time while I was telling the story and creating this character. So
it's a fantastic childhood, no?
Very like when it comes to that, our like black people, I could not understand that before, but my mother supported me all the way, and but for black parents out there, I like to say that if you see your child who is very creative, just let that child go. Like, let that child grow and fly. Support that child.
Yeah, so support is like a minimum requirement for parents.
Exactly.
They need to
look for resources, look for schools, look for like everything that is aligned when it comes to that direction.
It seems like your mom really did a great job with you in terms of showing support, because you are here today sharing your story, and I'm inspired to even hear more of your stories, because we actually met at the Emerging Artist program, right? So for those who don't know Emerging Artist program, I believe they are a City of Cape Town program whereby they assist aspiring artists with skills in art, anything art related. They do workshops, and then they probably give you a platform of exposure through an exhibition. They teach you how you can create your own exhibition. Maybe I'm not saying it the way it is, but I'm just sharing our experience. So we're part of the same program. We applied and we were the lucky selected few for that program. I attended, was it 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
Yeah, it was 6 weeks.
And they are very great. In terms like they give you the opportunity and they expose you in a different way, and a lot of people, they need to consider that in the
program. For all the young ones who love to explore their talent, Emerging Artist is one spot you can go to, because we later did an exhibition, right? So that's when we also saw his artwork. I'm gonna insert pictures and refer you to the video that we did, which has his artworks, and then you can see how great he is. And there was one painting that you did with the dog, and that lady, that one, it still keeps puzzling me, but I'm gonna try my best to even put it out here, like on a full screen. I'm gonna blow it out so people can see what I'm speaking of. So when we had a conversation about that painting, you said it's inspired by a lady, so it's a story behind the woman and things like that. So do you feel like women are always an inspiration for you to create great artworks? Because that's one of the amazing artworks that you've done, and the one with the yellow background, that is also Imbogoto. So what's up with you?
Imbogoto. It's called
Mafungashi. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, my apologies for that. Yeah, so what's up with you and women? Because it seems like you create your best artworks when there's women in them.
You know, I talked about my mother a lot.
First love.
Yeah. So I'm not happy how our queens, you know, black people are very beautiful. Very beautiful people. And I'm not happy when I see my sisters going in a negative way of doing things. So my artworks are inspired first by my sister and my mother and the women up there, like in the township, in the suburbs, wherever they are, but black women. I'm inspired by black women. I respect them. I feel like they are next to God because they bring us on this planet, and I respect black women in that way. So when it comes to that artwork where the dog is sniffing, it comes a long way. It's called Itikazi, which is Slay Queen, the artwork. So Itikazi came a long way before it was called Itikazi, which is that woman was desperate, and she was looking for opportunities when it comes to modeling. She's beautiful, and the people who got money, and I can talk about the people who are in politics, for example. The people who got money, who are rich, they are using the power in a wrong way to exploit our women.
I hear you.
So that is why today we have a slay queens. It's very close to prostitution, but slay queens are managing themselves. You know, they don't have a pin.
Yeah.
So that is why that artwork specifically, that artwork, it inspires me in a unique way. In a unique way, but I'm not judging my beautiful black African queens. No, I'm not doing that. But I'm trying to send a message and awareness to my black African queens, so that they can be aware and to be proud of themselves, because they are beautiful and powerful at the same time. And I wish I can even draw even right now, just to explain what I'm saying.
I'm so glad to have took this time and had this conversation now. Like, I'm learning a lot, even spiritually, when it comes to art. You understand? So I'm one person who's very, very lazy when it comes to art. As I said when we started, you understand? So just a brief about me, and this is going to lead to my next question, right? So I was raised up in Cape Town, born up in Cape Town, and I've got the talent of uzoba, yabo. So can't deceive, or when I hear from my parents, I took the talent from my father's brother, like the younger brother. He was good in art, but he never pursued it also. So yeah, well,
it's gonna haunt him.
Yeah, but he passed away.
Oh,
He passed away. Yeah, he was my father's brother. He was like the younger brother. So my parents, my father passed away. His brother passed away also. So I was the only one in the family who was given this talent, right? So I would draw while I was young, draw my own family. So I loved drawing or painting portraits, right? So as time went by, and like when I got older, now I realized that okay, I need to have money to buy my own equipment. I became more lazy. I didn't take take it seriously. So I would just draw once a year, and I knew that it was killing my craft. Until this time around, I did 3 paintings, right? And I was like, okay, I'm still good, but I fell in love now with photography and videography because of I was part of the District 6 Museum interns in 2017 to 2018, and we're doing videography and storytelling on tell a story to a born free. So we're speaking about force removal. So my mind shifted from the talent or the calling that I was also given and focused on the career. So how dangerous it is to leave your calling and focus on the career, or do you feel like you can find a way to balance both and you can succeed, or maybe if you just focus on the calling, whatever else doesn't matter, you're going to succeed in life? What are your takes on that?
Yo, that's a very difficult question.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on you. If you are talented on something else beside creativity, then you can make it. But if you are creative, you are a creative person only, then don't look around. Just focus on what you are, like go deep to yourself. And art, like it's a very special thing. What I found lately is that you learn about yourself as well, and you dive deep into yourself. And I'm still in the process of learning who am I, you know. And I sometimes that is why I said people, they think I'm crazy sometimes. And I had this I don't know if it's another. You talked about spirituality. I think it's a calling. Art is like a traditional, you know, calling, or a general calling. I don't know what I can name it. But for me, as a black person, as where I come from, it goes a long way. It goes in a long way. So when it comes to that, when it comes to dreams and everything, the way you see things, perspective, you know, proportion, everything, it comes to the creative and who you are, and to find you. Being creative is about finding yourself, to find you. And I think that people need to, if they are very creative, then they must find themselves, so that they don't regret it later.
I know it seems like you were sent to me in a way, like it was not by mistake that we met at that exhibition, like on that program, because you sat next to me on that program. I remember on the first day we had a conversation and it was just general, and then it turns out you live in Langa, I have friends in Langa, and Langa is one of the spaces here in Cape Town I feel like I need to move into because of its safety and it's close to the CBD since I'm always operating on that side, right? So what I'm gonna say is as a vessel to my ancestors now that I'm having this conversation with you, it feels like I'm not only speaking to you, but you are speaking to me as my ancestor. I received the message, I'm going to produce more work, and I'm so grateful for the fact that you take our local sisters, or maybe every black queen out there, with high dignity and respect, and then you feel like, okay, art is one platform whereby not everyone has it, but those who have it know that you can't solve problems the same way. We view the life that we live different when you are an artist, right? So on your journey, what's that one moment you felt like, hey, here I was confused, I made wrong decisions, and what made you realize that I was moving on the wrong path? For example, maybe you get called to come and do this artwork, do this for free, and then they take this artwork and say, put my name on it, and then someone says, it's like stealing your work, basically. Has ever that thing ever happened to you, where one said, no, mama, so man, this thing is just nje, and then boom, you see it, yes, someone is making money, because it's life, my man.
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
But everybody has got an era to learn from. So I'm not sure. I made so many errors in my life. That's part of learning. If you don't fail, you don't learn. So for me, failing, it's part of learning as well. So as long you have that consciousness, you know, that keeps reminding you of who you are, and that calling in yourself, that voice, you listen to that voice, and then you follow that voice. But if there's a different voice that comes through inside you, then a negative voice, we also find ourselves listening to the negative voice, and then we'll go with that, and we think that it looks cool, now people are respecting me because I have a gun. But it's not that. I made a lot of mistake by recruiting wrong friends, indulging myself to a situation where I don't know how do I explain this, but when you have something, you must go with it, but it's very difficult because of the support from the first at home and the village or the township or wherever you are staying. So if you don't have a support from your basics, then you will find yourself, living in the street or robbing people and killing people. That's what is happening right now in the township. You will find that there's a lot of people who have talent, a lot of talent, and I've met those people before, and I keep reminding myself, no, don't do this, because you must go back to yourself. You don't know who you are. I will talk to myself like that. You don't know who you are yet. I have a body, I respect that body, but inside, like your soul, is trying to speak with you. That is why sometimes you will find yourself talking to yourself out loud there. Like you'll be speaking like people, they will think that this person is crazy, he's going crazy, no. But that meeting with yourself, it's a very important one, especially when you know where you go. Where are you going? Especially, it's a very special meeting.
It's a must-have.
You must have that meeting with yourself. It's a very important one. That's where you speak with your soul. That's where you speak with yourself. This is a physical body that everybody can see, you know, but they don't know you inside. It's a very deep situation, but I think people, they must start, you know, diving deep in themselves, learning about what it is like they are good at, you know, and we are very creative, man. I don't know.
But we're not tapping into our creativity too much.
We're not tapping into.
We're playing soft. We're like, we are scared.
We are very scared because of the system that was, you know, created, and for, you know, this kind of race around the world, not specifically in South Africa only, but around the world. This race must suffer because of this and that and that. But I know we are powerful. I know that. I know
100%.
100%. Even the respect. You know this guy from the... Who's this guy? Way back before, man. It's Robert Sobukwe.
Oh yeah. Robert Sobukwe.
That guy. And also Steve Biko. Okay, let me not talk about politics. I'm talking about art. But that's those guys. If they leave, I would vote for them. If they were
today.
they were alive. I will not doubt. But those guys, they get killed, unfortunately. And Robert Sobukwe, I don't know what happened to him, but like in a honest way. But those are powerful individuals. Robert Sobukwe, Steve Biko, and Chris Hani.
Even 3 months gap. Speaks about them. Biko, Chris Hani, Fireburn, Icho Indo, Asibone Change. That's the name of the song, Icho Indo. I'm so glad that we took this time and called you on our show so that we can go back in our roots, right? So I believe now in June and December, that's where crime levels go up, and that's where our creativity needs to also peak, right?
We need to tell a story.
We need to tell stories in this point of time. So you came here to actually inform us that now it's time for you to be creative, to create whatever you want with your life, and understand that you are a powerful being, and don't ever doubt yourself in whatever sphere that you are part of. So I have just 2 questions for you before we let you go, right? These are just easy questions. I just want to know, like, what do you plan to do in 2024 moving forward? Like, as an artist, is there any gigs that you already have, or are you going to showcase elsewhere? That's like a confirmed, or maybe your plans, things that you want to do. Maybe there is someone out there who's going to watch this and feel like, I would love to collaborate now and then move forward. Like, what does 2024 have?
My biggest dream and chief is to go back to the Eastern Cape. ANC is failing the Eastern Cape big time. Our towns are fucked up. Sorry to say that. Are true. Fucked up. And I'm not proud of that. We have a beautiful land there. Very beautiful. But these crazy individuals, powerful. They think they are powerful because they don't know anything. They think they know everything because they were focused, they were programmed to focus on this thing. So for me is to go back to Eastern Cape and have a center there where I can
teach art?
No, not teach art. Welcome young people who are very creative and have talents. I know a lot of people there in Eastern Cape. They have a lot of talents,
Okay.
and they don't have that platform where they can showcase the talents. They are very creative and very,
Gifted.
very gifted and intelligent in the same way. But now we are programmed, like right now we are speaking English because it's part of the
program.
universal language.
Yeah.
But when you go to Italy or Spain or France, those guys, they speak their own language. While here in Africa, we don't speak one language. Like for example, what do you call this language? It's I forgot it.
Where is it from? Who are the indigenous people who speak it?
It was supposed to be our language, like as we say English language. It's a universal one, but it was supposed to be
our universal language at that time.
Our universal language, which is
Swahili.
Swahili. That language, it's a African language. We were supposed to speak that language.
Okay.
That is why I respect my brothers from other countries, like from here in Africa. I respect them a lot because those guys, they are free. They are very free. That is why they find themselves traveling to South Africa. We don't have, we are very comfortable when it comes to that. That is why now they are making major moves. We can see the Somalians are doing major moves. They are supporting one another. We don't have that. I see that brother is making, he's got a camera, let me take that camera and sell it for a cheaper price, maybe even less than 500. Let's say, for example, 150. And you don't know the value of that camera. And what
it does.
What your brother lost. You don't know that. But our brothers are corrupt as well. It's because of the government. I'm blaming the government because of the corruption out there. And now the corruption is reflecting to, it's like a mirror. So when you look in the mirror, when it say, now I'm dirty, then you go and doubt yourself. If you go out, like for example, your friend comes through and they say, let's go quickly to this place. You go but you don't have a confidence. So when it comes to corruption, it goes a long way. It goes a long way through that and some deep.
Yes. I surely feel like today was a lesson, and it's been a long time since we dropped Underdogs Glorified.